Okay, we're looking at some differentiation of some trigonometric functions. We got the first one here, f of x is equal to sine x. Take the derivative of f of x and guess what you get? You get cosine x. So hopefully you're familiar with these two functions here. Anyway, let's go to that page on rules of differentiation. Okay, so you can see here you can find this on the main page up at the top of rules of differentiation. But remember, this d over dx means, hey look, we want to take the derivative of sine u. Now u here is just not a single variable, but it actually represents more or less a function. And the derivative of sine u is equal to cosine u times u prime. Now if this were an x, for example, right, this would be cosine x, and the derivative of x here is just 1. So, but this is just a more general setting. So as you can see here, I've got them all listed out. Nice here. Right. So this time we've got the function f of x equal to cosine x, and its derivative is equal to negative sine x. So you're going to need to memorize the derivative of these trig functions. Okay, so this one here kind of threw a twist here in it. This is going to be the product rule. I don't know, we talked about the product rule yet? I don't think we have. Oh well. But so you take the derivative of the first function, rewrite the second function, plus, and then rewrite the first function times the derivative of this guy here, and the derivative of sine is cosine, rewriting everything in parentheses, and then doing the chain rule part, taking the derivative of x squared plus 1, take the derivative of that, and bring it out. And then kind of clean it up down here. Okay, real quick here on that product rule, this is what I've got listed here. Now the u and v, remember, are two separate functions. So it was the derivative of the first times the second plus the first times the derivative of the second. Now it doesn't matter what order you do this in. You could have wrote u down here and then took the derivative of v, right, plus, it doesn't matter. Alright. Alright, I would suggest that you just memorize what the derivative of tan is, but what I've done is I've taken tan, rewritten it as sine over cosine, and now I'm doing what's called the quotient rule, which I don't think we've even talked about that yet, but just real quickly here, you take the derivative of the numerator, alright, derivative of sine x is cosine x, times the denominator minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator, and it's all over the denominator squared. And then what we do here is we just clean this up. Okay, and cosine squared x plus sine squared x is an identity. That's equal to 1, and then we can end up just rewriting it like this. Now that was the quotient rule, and I do have it stated right here on how to do that. Right, derivative of the first times the bottom minus the top times the derivative of the bottom all over the bottom squared. Okay, secant, remember, is 1 over cosine, and then what I do here again is I do the quotient rule, taking the derivative of the top times the bottom minus the top times the derivative of the bottom all over the bottom squared, and then I just clean this up here, and this could be actually rewritten as sine x over cosine x times 1 over cosine x, and which is tan x times secant x. Now like I said, you need to actually memorize what the derivative of secant x is. Okay, just like secant x, I do the exact same here, same argument, right, rewrite it out, do the quotient rule, okay, clean things up, and end up down here with negative cotan x cosecant x. And of course you can see here, this is it right here. Okay, this time we've got y is equal to sine inside parentheses cosine x. So the derivative of sine is cosine, right? We just rewrite the whole thing. Then we do that chain rule thing. We take the derivative of cosine, bring it outside, you get negative sine x. And then what we're going to do here is just kind of clean it up, and I think all I do actually is drop some parentheses, bring negative out front, and there you are. So I had to go kind of fast here, but hopefully you were able to keep up. You know, pause, stop, write it down. You got to write this stuff down. It's very important.